My clients want to have sole legal custody, but they don't want to keep the abuser informed because they're afraid he's going to show up at that parent-teacher conference. He's going to show up at that doctor's appointment. He's going to make a scene. He's going to be embarrassing, or they're going to be traumatized or triggered by his presence. And you know what? He might. He probably will. He probably will show up at that parent-teacher conference. He probably will show up at that doctor's appointment. We need to let him. There is a long-term goal that we are trying to achieve here. So we need to set him up for long-term failure. And to do that, sometimes we have to experience some discomfort in the short term. We need to let him know. Email him, set up a calendar, give him access to that calendar, and let him know this is when these conferences are going to occur. Put it on the calendar. This is when the doctor's appointment will occur. Put it on the calendar. Give him an update about what happened at those appointments. And why do we do this? Because if he shows up, the doctor is going to document his behavior in the record. We can then use the medical record as evidence in a future hearing to try to get you sole legal custody if he's showing up and acting like a fool. Right? If he's interfering with parent-teacher conferences or IEP meetings, that is going to go into the record. We can then use the school records to help you gain sole legal custody. If you're not telling him about these appointments and he's not showing up, we do not have an accurate reflection in the record of his behavior because you're constantly coming in, swooping in to save the day so that your children experience no dissonance. And while that's good and noble, that hurts you and it hurts your children long term. So we've got to allow him to be who he genuinely is for at least a short-term period of time so that we can make a long-term impact in our children's lives. And I know that's so hard for my clients. It was so hard for me as a victim going through this. I wanted to save my children from everything, but you end up looking bad in the process, right? It looks like you are the one who is withholding information. He then's going to accuse you of parental alienation, that you're not fostering a relationship between him and the children, right? That he should have legal custody. So we don't want to do that. So many women think I don't need to tell him anything. And legally, that's often wrong because courts expect transparency, consistency, good faith, even when the other parent is abusive.